It's Adam Perry here, and I am going to just do a brief pop-in and talk about tonight's main MLB DFS slate. We got the early slate going. It's a 7-gamer, so we got about half the games during the day, half the games now. It's a lazy, rainy Saturday afternoon, but what better time to prepare a little bit for some more baseball tonight, for some evening baseball. So before I move ahead and run some lineups in SaberSim, I just want to say like and subscribe. It helps us out. It helps us keep these free. And if you like what we do here on SaberSim, check out TrueDFS.com because you can get the SaberSim core package for not much more than it costs by just going through SaberSim. But then you also get Goldie's projections, which I'm going to use to build lineups. You get Sheets projections. You get the premium Discord. You get access to the pay dirt model for DFS and betting. There's a ton of stuff. It's a great value add. The price is not much more. Now is the time to check it out because they're going to go up. You'll get grandfathered in at the price that you get. So check that out at TrueDFS.com. Now let's build some lineups. I'm going to just build for DraftKings. I want to be quick here. And get you guys out of here. I know I tend to just play one lineup, but I still use the Saber simulation model with the play-by-play sims and the contest sims to build my lineups. That ends up being a good thing for content because a lot of people that watch these are watching them because they just want to build by hand, get an idea. So I'm going to give you that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and build. It's a 7-game slate. I don't want to be like too obsessed with getting 5-mans. Normally, as the slate gets bigger, we want to sort of tell it just build us 5-mans because it's a big slate. We're looking for that outlier performance. You know, it's a smaller slate. We can probably afford to let some 4-mans get in here, but you know, nothing else besides like the 4-3s or the 4-4s. Now, the other thing people like in these videos is player takes. I really don't have any. We're going to use the play-by-play simulations of SaberSim here. The only one thing that stands out, I'm looking at ownership, and you got a pitcher against the Marlins in Shawver getting only 12% ownership. Now, I understand Shawver is not great, but he's still projecting for the 4th highest best pitcher in that matchup. So we'll see if we end up getting to a lot of him. I want to take off minimum salary. I'm not too concerned with that. And I want to take out all these stacks that we're just not going to play anyway. I don't see any real reason to run any of these low correlated lineups, especially for the single entry type stuff we're doing. So let's keep it there. And yeah, I'm playing in higher stakes stuff. And you know, I could go, so I could go with the ownership for what it would be for a single entry. And I'm going to build 5,000 lineups. Now you could get the core package. We'll sort these by the Saber score metric. And that's what you get with the core package. And then we'll also run some contest sims that you could get with the upgrade. There's a ton you could do with SaberSim. A little slow. That's for some reason I always notice that earlier in the day it's slower, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. And then I'm going to play in the 121 single entry. So I'm going to load up that contest sim. We'll see who we get to. All right. Do we have 5,000? We have 5,000 lineups. See, let's just go. We'll see what our number 1 lineup is in this sim. So it is still considered a large slate, but our contest size is not 10,000. So we want to sort by Saber score to something a little bit closer to what we're playing. If we did that, our top lineup, look at that. I thought we were going to get Shawver. We got the opposite, stacking against them. with the Marlins. That's using SaberScore, though. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. This makes more sense. I had it sorted the wrong way. This makes more sense. 4-3, you get Coors. Coors really stands out tonight, especially the Athletics. But it always stands out for the Rockies as well. You get two good pitchers, DeGrom and Bybee. And the Braves. So SaberScore is going to put in, I mean, that's going to be somewhat chalky, though. That is a pretty chalky lineup. But you're well within your rights to trust this metric, right? The metric considers upside. It considers 95th percentile scores in the play-by-play sims. It does consider ownership. So, if you're on the core package, you get to 1, you could go with it. Let's see what our top 5 look like in SaberScore. Mostly 5 stacks. Let's see. I'm going to guess. Yeah, Atlanta, Colorado. You get a little bit of A's. Okay. Pitching. I'm going to guess DeGrom. Yeah, a little more Bybee than DeGrom. Where's our exposure? Is it only giving me... Oh, here it is. It's all the way sorted to the left, which is strange. So all Bybee, DeGrom, you get 1 share of Canning and Ray. But now, let's simulate that contest. See what happens. See how these games are going. Yankees, Pittsburgh. Nola gets through an inning. Parker does. So far, the early game's looking solid. Pitching was pretty meh. I had Pavetta, so that kind of sinks me. Maybe I could get him in cash. I switched over. I was going to switch on the chalkier stuff if my pitchers did well. They did not. At Ober, he was fair. So our top lineup, if we simulate it, stacking this Seattle-San Francisco game, I mean, that would be pretty good if they went into extra innings and had a 9-8 game again, and you stack the game. And you still get DeGrom and Bybee. Here's DeGrom and Bassett, Sam Fran. Well, Brewers. I had the Brewers last night. Very disappointing. Team scoring tons of runs, not them. I like the ownership. And the SaberSim got me on them. So you get Mets. I think there's some weather in that game. You get the 4-3 Mets, Lil Coors with Hunter Goodman. I've heard good things about Goodman. I know the Rockies suck. Some of his underlying metrics are looking good in the StatCast stuff. Some increased bat speed and exit velocity. But, if I was going to run it, so I prefer the contest sims, and I'm on that package. This is my lineup. If it were right now, I mean, imagine we're doing this at 5:45, 5:50 Central Time. I'm ready to go. Rolling Seattle and San Fran with the 2 top pitchers. There's my leverage with the stack, though. And I'd send it. I'd send it and enter it. So what are we getting to? Let's see the stacks. People always ask, what did you get to? Here's what I got to as my top stacks. San Francisco, Seattle. San Francisco, a little Milwaukee, and a little of the Mets. And I'll have to monitor the weather in New York. So that's it. That's how I run lineups. That is my process. That's who I'm getting to. If I was running 1, 2, 3, or a few lineups tonight using SaberSim. Now, if this is right before the slate, I might look to diversify, right? I mean, if I'm playing 3 lineups, I'm not going to have all San Fran, Seattle. I might have some Mets, maybe 1 Seattle, 1 San Fran, maybe 1 New York, depending on how many I play. But that's how I do it. That's my process. Remember, like and subscribe. Check out TrueDFS.com. You could get the core package to sort by that Saber score metric for not much more than Saber Sim itself. And really, it's not that much more to just get the contest sims, and then you're really rolling. It's a great way to get an edge in DFS. You add that, you get Sheets' projections, Goldie's projections that really differentiate you from other Saber Sim users. You get the premium Discord where we're always talking shop, talking DFS, sweating the games. It's a lot of fun. So check that out, and good luck on tonight's